Hey, 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 let's go. Oh, oh! He killed him. He killed him. Oh my gosh. He knocked him out cold. Oh no. I don't know where. I mean, what is this? What is this? What is this sport, bro? Sean O'Malley got subbed by Marab. Oh, how does my hair look? Oh, it looks terrible, bro. What is this? Messy hair day or something. Ah, it's better. That's fixed. What's up, Brandon? How you doing? How's Kenny Okoye been, man? How's Kenny Okoye been? You're kind of the middleman between me and Kenny Okoye, because I know you like going there. Stand up. What am I supposed to stand up for? Should I put on my do-rag? Station. What's up, John Dong? Thought I would get like a little afternoon one in. See if I could do a one after as well. Anything interesting? Let's see what's going on. Which former champion gets the belt again first? Tom didn't lose it, man. Come on now. Tom didn't lose the belt. Ali Abdelaziz says Uncle Live was very badly injured going into UFC 320. Okay, let's go through some Twitter. Let's go through some Twitter. Let's go through some news first, and then we'll go into the picks. Dude, I don't know if you can see it here, dude, but dude, I got a black eye, dude. Got a big black eye right here. Can't really see it, but it's right here. We had a different coach for Jits today, man, and this guy genuinely put me through the ringer. It was rough. Am I cross-eyed? Kenny's doing all right. He sends his regards. Thank you. Am I cross-eyed? Am I Virna Jandiroba maxing right now, or what's the dealio here? Do I look like... Dude, I think I'm Virna Jandiroba maxing. Okay. Did a girl hit you when you tried to touch her at the Halloween party? No, opposite. Actually, opposite. I hit her. I mean, no, I'm kidding. Nah, man. I was a mess, bro. I was a mess when I popped out. When I popped out for Halloween, dude. I don't know if you guys pop out, but the days following, I don't know if you guys have the same thing, but it's like the days following a night out, I'm always like remembering what I did, and I'm just like, oh my God, what did I do? What was I thinking, bro? What was I thinking? I was genuinely just a mess. I was white girl drunk, bro. I was white girl drunk. I was white girl drunk, which is like the worst form of drunk, because then you're literally a fool. You're literally just a horny fool, bro. So I regret my actions. Hopefully we'll get no legal notices in the mail over the next couple of days. But Ali Abdelaziz said Uncle Live didn't train for almost 40 days for this fight. He came from Dagestan with messed up ribs. I was begging him not to fight. Okay. Update. Federal regulators have flagged over 100 UFC fights this year for abnormal betting patterns, including 2 additional fighters on last night's card. Shit is about to get very ugly. Still working to confirm it, but it sounds like the feds are moving to audit Herzog's fights. Jason Herzog? Logan Paul versus Tyson Fury. That's not real, bro. That's not real. Bro drunk called Kayla. I would. If I had her number, I would have. I'm just kidding. I'm not even the type of guy to like drunk call people. That's like the last thing I'm doing. Last thing on my mind is like texting a girl I already know. You know what I mean? Deep down, the feeling still deep down, it's good. Brandon's not gay. He just has no choice but go for men at gay bars. Bro, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? If I was that desperate, I would just go to big women. I'm sure I could pull some big women. The only problem is, would I wouldn't be able to lift them, but if I could probably move them around a lot easier, because I'm kind of used to moving around big men. No diddy. If I get a big girl to post, right? The thing is, when someone posts, there's something you'll learn, right? When a big girl is posting, right? She might be on top. She's posting. That means her weight's on her hand, meaning you could use her legs and flip her over. And then at that point, she's never had that done to her. And then you can take mount from there. If you can get your butterfly hooks in and you get her to post, you can flip her around, dude. I would honestly bet my life that JDM beats bro. TKO sub or decision? Yeah, he's 2 pounds higher, bro. What? Unpopular but true opinion. JDM will lose to Max Holloway 50-45. Nah, I don't think so. Giga Chikadze, Kevin Vallejos. That's good. Even the UFC forgot Bilal Muhammad's name. Muhammad. Bilal Muhammad. Nice. Oliveira's second title run? Nope. No. If I get past Max, I think I'll be next for the title. Oh, no. Charles Oliveira's trying to Cyril Gane Max his way to a title shot. I don't think so. Dude. You seem... LARPing as an MMA ref on Twitter is such a good bit, but I can't even be mad. Actually, I can. Save the transphobia loser. LOL, wow, a guy with long hair must be transsexual. Get some new material, you boomer fuck. Jason Herzog. This is a fake Jason Herzog, by the way. It's crazy how he's followed by Michael Chandler. Michael Chandler follows Jason Herzog, literally a fake referee. We know this isn't a real one. This isn't the real Jason Herzog, eh? How bad would it be? How bad would it have been without these legends in MMA community? You won't appreciate them now, but one day you will. They're both rage baiters. Based Herzog. That's not the real Herzog. You know that, right? That's like a parody account. It's not real. I can't believe Isaac Dalgarian fixed his fight. What a bum. Yeah, why are they investigating Jason Herzog, though? That seems weird. No? But it is what it is. Could you imagine Jason Herzog's fixing fights? Dalgarian got cut? I know, I saw that. Waldo Cortez Acosta's replying to MMA Joey. Justin Gaethje will retire if Paddy Pimblett gets a title shot over him. Justin Gaethje never breaks his word. If he got jumped by Paddy, he'll retire. Damn. What's in the cup? Coffee. Black coffee. I like my coffee how I like my shotties. I think Dan Hooker even feels pain. He does. Charles Oliveira for lands. Yeah, we know that. Nope. Breaking news, UFC White House card planned has been leaked by House Democrats in order to criticize press Donald Trump amidst the Fed. This is not the card, bro. Jones Pereira, BMF title. Reyes Walker, Costa Pfeiffer, Royval Cap, Burns Holland, Lewis Tai Tuivasa 2, O'Malley Sanhagen, Strickland Hernandez, Covington Diaz, Harrison Nunez, Jones Pereira. This is bad. This would be dope. Never happening, but it would be dope. Instant coffee. No. Dude. What's up, man? Herzog got 50 bans on a Mavo by KO in the Cannonier fight? What? How do you know that? Remember when you cooked Magnus on JDM versus Shafkat like a year ago? Yeah, I know. Everybody was saying that JDM would never be champ. Every single person here was like, yeah, dude, why? You called me rage bait for saying that JDM was going to be champ. You said it was genuine rage bait, dude. And now look how the tables turned. Because I refuse to say look how the turns table. I hate that meme so much. I hate that meme. That's like a white girl meme of the century. Look how the turns I hate any Friends reference. Any Friends reference, I'm just like, please. KYS, bro. Gaethje should retire? No, Gaethje. Why should Gaethje should get the title shot against Topuria? Who has Paddy beaten? Who has Paddy beaten? Who's Paddy? Paddy should never get that title shot. It should be Gaethje's shot 100%. Especially considering, like, if it's the order has always been Arman number 1, he should have gotten the shot. Number 2 should and has been Gaethje getting that title shot. Paddy should not even be in title shot talks. He should be nowhere near title shot talks. It should have always been Paddy versus Oliveira. But Paddy Pimblett definitely didn't want to fight Oliveira because he knew he was going to lose that fight. He doesn't want to fight anybody outside of Ilia Topuria, which makes no sense. And if anything, sit Ilia out, do Gaethje versus Paddy Pimblett for a title shot. And then do Ilia just sitting out. He can wait. He's young. He doesn't need to be back in there instantly. And then if Arman beats Dan Hooker, he gets the shot. If Dan Hooker beats Arman, he's sitting out. So it all makes sense. You heard from inside sources. Nice. We all agreed with the JDM take. You guys did not. You guys did not agree with the JDM take, bro. Ali setting up Ilia for Justin. Title versus career match. Yeah. Over or under on MMA Joey having a heart attack before this weekend's main event? Nah, he's not having a heart attack, bro. He doesn't do anything to have a heart attack. You know what I mean? MMA Joey sits down, talks for his entire day. I don't know what else he does. Like, what does MMA Joey do? He like walks to the kitchen and walks back to his room. Like, he doesn't do any exercise to get his heart rate even remotely close to having a heart attack. So maybe if Joey ever like did anything outside of eating food, he would have a heart attack. But I think you got to be a little bit older. How do you make your coffee? I go up to my coffee machine. I press on. I press espresso, and I do double espresso. Paddy beat Tony? Oh, nice. Paddy beat Tony. So did Justin Gaethje. Justin Gaethje beat Tony Ferguson, who was on a 12-fight win streak. Okay? Bobby Green submitted Tony Ferguson. Paddy beat Tony in a was it a decision? It was a decision, right? Where he lost the last round, where he gassed out and lost the last round against old man Tony Ferguson. Beneil Dariush beat Tony. Charles Oliveira beat Tony. Michael Chandler beat Tony. Everybody beat Tony. Like, Paddy beating Tony is like the nothing. Means nothing. Bro, it's from The Office. That's fat girl material. Dan Hooker somehow beats Arman. Do you think they'd give him a title shot for Gaethje and Paddy? I think he'd be more deserving than Paddy and Gaethje, 100%. I think for sure he'd be more deserving, but does he get it? Realistically, probably not. Probably not. But it is what it is. JDM is just a forgettable guy. He is. JDM isn't a champion. There's something about JDM being a champion that does not add up. JDM, he's not a champion. I think he's kind of a paper fake champ, right? Oliveira got his title shot off of Chandler. Why can't Paddy? What? That's like saying, bro, what kind of deferred retard logic is that? That's like saying freaking I don't know. Someone gets a what's a good example of that? What's a good example? That's like saying Bilal got a title shot off of beating Gilbert Burns, but does that mean Michael Morales should get a title shot because he beat Gilbert Burns? It's like, well, that was when Gilbert Burns was at a higher point in his career. That's when he was ranked higher. That's when he was better. So obviously, now that he's ranked a lot lower and has been on the decline, Like what? I don't understand. Does that if someone were to beat Gilbert Burns, does that mean they get an instant title shot? No. If someone beats Chandler, does that mean they get a title shot? No. That's not how that works. There's no real contenders unless we want to wait till Armand Hooker. But what does Armand take damage in the win and he has to be out? Gaethje. Gaethje is above Paddy Pimblett. He beat Rafael Fiziev, who is a legitimate contender 2 times. He beat Dustin Poirier. He beat Dustin Poirier when Dustin Poirier was looking good. I don't understand. He beat Dustin Poirier right before, one fight before Dustin Poirier got a title shot. So I don't understand. It should have been. But JDM got a shot off Burns, so the logic adds up. No, I'm not talking about JDM. I'm talking about Michael Morales. Michael Morales. I'm talking about Michael Morales. Does Michael Morales, should he get a title shot? Because he beat Gilbert Burns. If your answer is yes, then I can't take you seriously. And if your answer is no, then you have just disproven yourself. There's no way to go from here. There's no way to go. You can't do anything about that. You have genuinely screwed yourself from the moment you started this debate. I need some comp. I need some real comp, man. JDM Shafkat part was the only part you didn't put in your video, LMAO? JDM Shafkat part? What do you mean JDM Shafkat? That ain't on the news, but it ain't on the news. You think you know me? What are you talking about? Diddy Blood is talking about MMA Joe, yeah. I want to see Marab lose just to see if he follows through with the deletion. Yeah, I do want to see Marab lose. 100%. I want to see Marab out cold by a submission. No, I want to see him chinned out cold. Because a submission, you can always come... If you get submitted, and even if you go out, even if you get your lights put out, you can still come back, recover, and look good. If you get knocked out, your mentality is different. Everything about you is different. So I want to see Marab get knocked out. Your chin's gone. Magnus made the better points, but Dag's take have been confirmed true since that debate. Magnus made the better points, but all of my points got proven right. Okay, so then who made the better points? What? Yeah, Magnus made the better points, but all of your points actually came true. So, it's 50-50. It's like, bro, what are you talking about? That's not how that works. I made the points that came true. That's where you end the debate. I heard Joey once got every single pick wrong in a UFC event. Is that true? Probably. I don't doubt it. I don't think MMA Joey's like a real. Is it weird to say that I don't think MMA Joey's like a real fan of the sport? I think he just likes the commenting on the sport. I don't think he's like that into it. Say you can't sleep. Say you can't sleep, baby. I know that's that me espresso. That was Goggins buff Tony. Yeah, Tony sounds like a can. Yeah, Volk had the same, not a champion or until the Ortega fight though. Yes, but JDM. But at least Volk beat a legendary fighter to become champion. And, even to this day, I think Max did win those 2 fights, especially the second fight. I definitely thought he won the second fight. But it's like, JDM hasn't beaten a legendary fighter to become champ. He beat Bilal, who's good. Don't get me wrong, Bilal is good, but he's not a legendary fighter. So even if it's a close fight to a legendary fighter, it's still a legendary fighter. Whereas Bilal, not a legendary fighter. When the building's perfect, JDM put himself for mic skills. Yeah, that's rough. That's rough. Machado versus Islam is what we want. I do. I want Ian Gary to get into a title shot. But does he get into a title shot? Who's he fighting again? Who's Gary fighting? Does he have a fight scheduled? Bilal. He's fighting Bilal. What am I retarded? He's fighting Bilal. He beats Bilal. I think he beats Bilal. I think he beats Bilal for sure. The fuck? Ashton Kutcher? kind of want to see Machado get a. I genuinely forgot Bilal. How, dude, that is crazy. How easy it is to forget who Bilal is, dude. How do we forget Bilal? That wasn't even like a joke of like. That wasn't even like a joke of like. Bilal, forget the name Bilal. Remember the name Bilal. That was like a genuine. I forgot who Bilal was. It's probably because JDM only got a title shot because Shafkat was injured and JDM took it on short notice. I mean, that's exactly why. Not probably because, that is why. And there was nobody else. But Gaethje deserves a shot over Paddy. Paddy's beaten nobody. He's moved up spots without having to do anything. He's fat. He's going to lose. I mean, that's not... All these guys who complain about Ciryl Gane getting instant title shots, all these guys who complain about fake title shots, but it's like, okay, why are you trying to push Paddy to get a title shot? That makes no sense. It's like, yeah, there's beef. Okay, but what about the line? What about freaking respecting the sport? How come your morals all disintegrate the moment it's Paddy? Paddy deserves it more than Ciryl Gane. Yeah, but he doesn't deserve it more than Gaethje. He doesn't deserve it more than Arman. Paddy's next in line. No, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not. He's not even close to getting a title shot. It's Gaethje is before Paddy. Gaethje's 100% before Paddy. The Jake Paul song 2017. Did he blood not up to date with the brain rot? No, I don't know the brain rot. Dude, why are you skipping my messages? No wonder you've been stuck at 4 viewers for like 8 months. Bro, you're talking about Jake Paul's song. You want me to read your message when you're talking about Jake Paul's song? You want me to talk about Jake Paul's song? I'm just going to skip it. This is mine. Dag, listen to Paid For by Plaque Boy. Nope. I'm not listening to Plaque Boy Max. I'm not listening to him. He's a freaking fake woke lib. That's what Plaque Boy Max is. Fake woke lib. I beat him up. Sport is just means to the buffet for Joey. Yeah, probably. Yeah, it is. I get the same vibe sometimes that Joey isn't a fan of the sport. Yeah, I know. It's just sometimes it's just like, does he care? But I don't think he cares about the sport. I think he just likes to talk about it, which I don't blame him. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But I think that's just what it is. Nobody wants Gary versus Islam. I want to see Ian Gary versus Islam. I think it's a very intriguing fight. Ian Gary versus Islam, you're telling me that wouldn't be a super fun fight to see? I think Ian Gary could definitely give... Am I crazy? Ian Gary probably gives Islam some of the most amount of difficulty at 170. Usman gets folded. Bilal gets folded. JDM gets folded. Shafkat is a very hard fight. Brady gets folded. Who else is there? Morales gives troubles to Islam, I think. But Gary, I think he gives a lot of problems to Islam. Umar lost the second round because of second round of Mario Bautista. It was a pretty close round. To be honest. It could have gone either way. Bilal's goated. People forget, man. He TKO'd Brady in round 2. Yeah, but that's because Brady showed up to Abu Dhabi like a week before the fight, so he was just super drained from the time change, so he just couldn't recover from the time change. He was jet lagged. He was super jet lagged. And even Habib would talk about this. He's like, Bilal, the reason Bilal beat Sean Brady that easily is because Sean Brady was so jet lagged. That was the plan the entire time. Catch him when he's jet lagged. And I wouldn't even be surprised if Habib was setting that up. Habib probably reached out to the Abu Dhabi guys and was like, okay, we want you to give Sean Brady a free flight to Abu Dhabi, but just make sure it's a week before the flight. So he's like, okay, I could pay for my own flight, my coach's flight, everybody's flight for thousands of dollars, or I just show up a little bit later and I get it paid for. And it's like, you could rig fights like that. You could genuinely influence fights if you have these connections like a Beep has. Dude, I hate it when people complain about Gane getting title shot. Who else would I give it to, though? I know. Justin has so many shots, though. Yeah, it's not about how... You could have 100 shots. You could genuinely have 100 title shots. I do not care. If you're the most deserving, you're the most deserving. If you're not the most deserving, you're not the most deserving. You know? And in this situation, we have Arman, who is the most deserving, but the UFC refuses to give him a title shot because they hate his guts, because he pulled out of the fight, which I understand to a degree, but not to the degree that they have been portraying. Right? So the next up is Justin Gaethje. Who else? They're going to give it to Max Holloway? No. They're gonna give it to Charles Oliveira. He already got his chance. Like, let's take a look at the rankings. Who's the highest on the rankings that hasn't fought Ilya? It's Justin Gaethje. It's Arman Tsarukyan, but Arman's not getting it. Okay, we accept that. Let's go down to the next ranking. It is Justin Gaethje. Why are you so behind reading chat? Because there's a bunch of stuff I have to read. You want me to just read it and move on, or give my response? You want me to just read? Do you want me to just be a voice for the chat, or do you want me to give a response? Like, what? Yeah, bro, Ian Gary versus Islam is a badass fight. You said the exact same thing with the JDM not becoming champion. Yeah, bro, JDM's not a champion, bro. You're hilarious. Stop rage baiting. Ian Gary is a hard fight for Islam. Like, what? It's not easy. He's long, he's rangy, he's patient, he's super defensive. He fights on the back foot. He can teep, he can jab, he can strike, he can defend takedowns. He has great jiu-jitsu. Like, I don't understand. Maybe he's going to get taken down. Okay, but can he drag Islam to deep waters? And how does Islam do in deep waters against a bigger, stronger guy like Ian Gary, who can get you in that sus position against the wall? Have you seen Khabib and CR7 face off? No, I don't care about soccer. Soccer's gay. How tall do you think Khabib is? This is evil Khabib. Is this Khabib? This is evil Khabib. Is this Khabib? This is midget Khabib. Have y'all seen that one? Have y'all seen that meme? Is this Khabib? This is evil Khabib. How funny. How funny. It's actually pretty wild that Islam moved up talking about these matchups. Doesn't sound real. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. Imagine if Islam was like a 170 from the beginning. Dude, we would have had a totally different timeline. Did you finally read my messages? Bro, your messages aren't showing up. So stop swearing. Stop saying stuff that's banned. And I'll read your messages. Like, well, this is not me choosing. I'm reading it. I'm reading what I see. If I don't see it, if I don't read it, it's because you're swearing. What do you mean by folded? And what position do they fold in? Like, fold, bro. Fold. You know, when their legs, when their knees go forward, right? Like a Islam versus Adriano Martins. Khabib is 5'10", CR7 is 6'3". Nice. Right as I was walking to the elevator, he seemed like some worker. What? Why do people say Habib? It's Khabib. It's not Khabib. It's Habib. It's Habib. 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 Habib Aldumanapovich Nurmagomedov. Arman Loki should get punished for that. He is. Was Tom actually on his way as losing? No, he wasn't on his way to losing. He lost the first round. He was on his way to losing the first round. But does that mean he's on his way to losing the fight? No. No way. Weren't they supposed to make Arman do an anti-bullying humiliation video for fighting a guy in the crowd? Yeah, they were, but he didn't do it. He's like, nah, I'm just gonna wait. It's not about the rankings, it's about who's the most deserving in the top 10. And Justin's not deserving at all. He's more deserving than Paddy Pimblett. He's more deserving than Paddy Pimblett. It's about the most deserving in the rankings that's in line to get a shot. And out of the guys who are in line to get a shot, Gaethje is the most deserving. And don't even try to bring up Arman. He is not getting a title shot. We have to say he is the most deserving. He's not getting a title shot. The next most deserving, Justin Gaethje. Justin Gaethje beat Rafael Fiziev 2 times. Dustin Poirier, he beat him. Yes, he lost to Max Holloway, but he came back and won against guys who are as good. Fiziev is a real contender. Michael Chandler's not a real contender. Michael Chandler's not good. Michael Chandler has 2 wins in his entire UFC career. He's just hold a place in the rankings for no reason. Paddy Pimblett beat him. Does not matter. Losses matter. Paddy has no losses in the UFC. Okay, so what? So what? So what? Michael Morales has no losses in the UFC. Does he get a title shot? Does he get a title shot? Michael Morales? Tell me right now. Does Michael Morales get a title shot? He has no losses in the UFC. Rafael Estevan, 125er. He has no losses in the UFC. If he wins next, yes. No. No. Not if he wins next. Now, if this fight didn't happen, does he deserve a title shot? He beat Burns. He's undefeated. Is it about being undefeated? Rafael Estevan, he's not ranked. He's undefeated, though. He's undefeated. Does that mean he gets a title shot? What's your criteria? Is it being undefeated? Is it never losing? Depends on who's available. Oh, so it depends on who you... So you're constantly changing your criteria so you can make Paddy seem like the guy who deserves the title shot? Is that what you're saying? What do you put in your coffee? Sugar. No cream. Like, you're just constantly moving the goalposts, bro. Like, your logic is so incredibly flawed. Incredibly flawed. Armand, Paddy, Justin. In that order. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. Paddy Pimblett has how many ranked wins does Paddy Pimblett have? How many ranked wins does he have? 1? 6. Oh yeah, nice. He has 6 ranked wins over who? Over who? Six. See, now you're just making stuff up. So it is what it is. You don't get a title shot after lackluster decision on short notice win, and you also don't get a title shot after beating Michael Chandler. Yeah, you don't get a title shot for beating Michael Chandler, and doing nothing since. Like, what are you talking about? You beat Michael Chandler, who has beaten nobody. You could. No, you can't. No, you can't. You don't deserve it. You just don't deserve a title shot for beating Michael Chandler. Gaethje beat Michael Chandler. Like, Gaethje get his title shot and retire? Yeah, bro. Just see him. Yeah. The reason Usman doesn't seem like a good guy as Islam Umar Habib is because he trains Bellator and needs to train UFC. It's making you aggressive. My coffee is not making me aggressive, bro. This is not... The coffee is the last thing making me aggressive. Ilya got a title fight after beating Emmett. Okay. And? Is that Chandler? Is Josh Emmett Chandler? Josh Emmett has wins over good fighters. I don't understand. Justin deserves it more than Paddy, then that means Max deserves it more than Justin. Yeah, Max Holloway does deserve it more than Justin, but he already lost to Ilya. He already lost to Ilya. If Max never lost to Ilya, he would be above Gaethje. Yes, you are right. Congratulations, bro. You dug yourself a grave. This guy dug himself his own grave. Justin made that brother Chandler fly with an uppercut. Yeah. Max should be calling for the title shot? No, because he knows that he's not going to get it because he just lost to Ilya. 1 fight ago, he lost to Ilya. And he got knocked out by Ilya. Paddy sells more tickets than Justin Gaethje. Michael Chandler, Conor McGregor sells more tickets than Paddy. Does that mean he gets a title shot? He should be calling for it regardless. No, he's doing his thing. He's making the right call-outs. He's calling out Oliveira, which is an extremely, extremely winnable matchup. You already beat him. Yeah. Listen, what are you gonna... They're gonna wait to see what happens with the Armand fight. The winner will fight Ilya. If that fight sucks and Paddy getting it, Gaethje should get it. I'm not saying who gets it. I'm not arguing who's going to get it. I'm arguing who deserves it the most. So some guy who deserves it less could get the title shot. Paddy Pimblett could get a title shot. I'm not saying he doesn't get it, but I'm saying in terms of who deserves it, Justin Gaethje deserves it more. Can't be ducking fights and get a title fight. I mean, you can, which is the sad part, because if anything, you're more likely to get a title shot if you are ducking. Dag's top 5 is Sugar, Aspinall, Bobby Green, Patty, and Rob. Bobby Green? Bobby Green. I don't know who Bobby Green is. Man. Are you talking about King? I think you're mistaken. I don't think you know his name. His name is King, not Bobby. King Green. Damn, whoa. Is that basketball? Where's your Chimaev jersey? It's right there. King is cringe. Nah, it's not, dude. That's his name. His name is King Green, and you're gonna put some respect on it. Did you change rooms? Nope. Dude, people genuinely believe that Pantoja knocked out Islam. Yeah, that's crazy. I can't believe people still not understanding that's like a joke. Okay. People don't get it. People don't understand the joke, bro. People don't know that it's a joke. Bro, it's just a joke. Chill, bro. Makayev beats Pantoja. Yeah, I think Makayev beats Pantoja, and I think Brandon Moreno and Muhammad Makayev are the only two guys who have a chance at beating Pantoja. I don't think anybody else has a chance of beating him. Cutting Makayev was a bad play. No. It was a perfect play for the UFC. Do you know why? Okay, here's my theory. It's not really a joke. It's a reference to Brendan Schaub saying it. He meant it. I know. You know my theory on them cutting Muhammad Makayev? I think they cut Muhammad Makayev because he was about to beat John Jones's record for the youngest champion in UFC history. And Dana White did not want to have that because he wants to have John Jones cemented as like the youngest fighter ever. So then Dana White has his name and has the UFC connected with in the forever history books as like this is the fighter that could beat everybody in a fight. You know what I mean? Like when people talk about who's the best fighter to ever exist in the history of man, people are going to talk about John Jones, and Dana White and the UFC want to be associated with the best fighter to ever exist in the history of history. So they just didn't want Muhammad Makayev to break his record. Did your ChatGPT subscription expire? No. What about Makayev versus Tatsuro Taira? Who wins that? Makayev, bro. What? Tatsuro Taira's mid. Mid at best. Like Tatsuro Taira's gonna get destroyed by Brandon Moreno. Brandon Moreno is better than Tatsuro Taira everywhere. Literally everywhere. There's not a place where Asakura is better than Brandon Moreno. Boxing gets destroyed. Jiu-Jitsu comp gets destroyed. Wrestling comp gets destroyed. Everything everything Brandon Moreno does, he does better than Makayev. They gave Asakura his title shot right away. Imagine your top 5 get cut from the UFC. I know, it's because Dana White is just... I don't know, man. He needs to skedaddle, dude. I know Ronda Rousey was glazing Dana White for some weird reason. Pretty sure because they had sexual relations in the past, but maybe he's just hitting the spot. Maybe Dana White hits the spot that nobody else has done for Ronda Rousey. Her fat-ass husband ain't hitting the spot. Her husband, Loki, looks like Dana White. Ronda Rousey husband. Travis Brown. Loki looks like Dana White, except a brokey. Ronda Rousey. I don't know. Something about the celebrityism of Ronda Rousey makes me be like, she's kind of bad. Everyone was trying to duck their way into a title shot, while Islam got a title shot off of people ducking him. That's why he's the GOAT. Oh, 100%. Rafael, RDA ducked him. So many guys pulled out of his fights. Like, he fought Bobby Green on short notice. Drew Dober, I think that was full notice. Islam Makhachev, Tapology. Yeah, but Neil Dariush, Charles Oliveira pulled out. I think Charles Oliveira purposely cut his eye so he could pull out of that fight. Dariush ducked him. RDA ducked him 3 times. What? Dos Anjos pulled out due to an injury. Makhachev injury. Okay, Makhachev pulled out of the second one. RDA tested positive for COVID. He was supposed to fight Alexander Hernandez? That would have been an interesting fight. Interesting. He was supposed to fight Drew Dober after the Adriana Martins fight, too. That could have been interesting. He destroyed Dober, but that was when, that was a while ago. There's also no hype about Justin Gaethje-Ilya fight. We already saw what happens when Gaethje against the best. With Ilya, it would be no different. First round KO for Ilya. Yeah, Justin Gaethje going against the best fighter ever, some of the best fighters ever, he loses. It happens. What about Paddy Pimblett versus Jared Gordon? Paddy Pimblett looks terrible against mid-level opponents. Like, I don't understand. Paddy Pimblett's close-ass fight with Jared Gordon. Paddy won that fight. Close-ass fight with Jared Gordon. Justin Gaethje would obliterate Jared Gordon. Guys that Justin Gaethje already beat smoke Jared Gordon. Paddy smoked Chandler. Yeah, but Chandler's worse than mid. He has won 2 fights in the UFC ever. What's his record? 2-6? Like 2-6, every other fighter gets cut. Every other fighter gets cut. Like, Michael Chandler's not UFC caliber. It's not like he's not rankings caliber. He's not UFC caliber. Paddy's a huge favorite over Justin. Okay. I mean, Justin would destroy Paddy Pimblett. He would destroy him. Like, what? Justin dismantled one of the best strikers while striking against Rafael Fiziev. He knocked out one of the hardest hitters, Dustin Poirier. Like, I don't understand. He was having a good fight with Max Holloway, and then he broke his nose and he couldn't breathe for 5 rounds. Paddy submits Gaethje. Gaethje has 0 jiu-jitsu. Sure. Yeah, sure. Sure, 0 jiu-jitsu. Paddy couldn't even submit Jared Gordon. What are you talking about? Throw back to when Chandler used to say he would smoke Islam. I think he said he would destroy Khabib. And stylistically, he could have given Khabib problems in the beginning of his career, but not later on. I think Gaethje would probably knock out Paddy Pimblett. I mean, if Jared Gordon's constantly landing that right on your chin, Justin Gaethje's right hand would put him to sleep. 0 jiu-jitsu Nate Diaz said Justin has 0 BJJ. Yeah, Nate Diaz also said he would beat Khabib and he would beat Usman. So what do you want me to say? Nate Diaz, bro. Nate Diaz, like, what are you talking about? He said he would. Didn't he say he would beat Francis Ngannou? Didn't Nate Diaz say he would beat Francis Ngannou? Didn't Nate Diaz say he would beat Khamzat Chimaev? So, I don't know what you're talking about. Hell no, bro. Paddy got a good chin. He got wobbled by a random in his debut. Didn't he get wobbled by a random in his debut? Am I tripping? This guy's been fighting cans his entire career. A nobody in his debut. Fought Jordan Levitt. Fought Jared Gordon. And arguably could have lost that fight. Fought Bobby Green. Who ran into a submission. Then he fought Michael Chandler, who's not UFC caliber. Like, what? Nate Justin is a sleeper fight we need to see. I think we need to see Paddy versus anybody who is of UFC caliber. I think we need to see Paddy versus a realistic fight for Paddy Pimblett. Let's look at the rankings. UFC rankings. I think a Charles Oliveira fight is good. I think he could fight the winner of maybe even like a Max Holloway fight. Paddy Pimblett versus a Max Holloway. Number 6 versus number 4. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Charles is fighting Max. Oh, and you know that, Mr. UFC? Are you Dana White or are you Hunter Campbell? What's your name, bro? Who'd win, Paddy or Moicano? Moicano. Easily, too. Moicano, easily. He'd probably drop Paddy. Fight rumors in the works. Sure. Yeah, sure. I don't give a fuck. I don't give the fucks. I don't give 2 fucks, bro. I was supposed to cover the fight card. Oh. God damn. Huh. Okay, let's take a look at this card. It's pretty trash. Austin Bashi. Austin Bashi's good, man. Bout rescheduled. There's supposed to have more women's fights on this card. Jackson McVeigh. Who's Jackson McVeigh fought? I know the name. Bruno Ferreira. Oh, yeah, he got destroyed by Bruno Ferreira. Absolutely destroyed. He got dropped and then submitted, I think. Robert Valentin, he lost to Torres Finney right in his last fight. No, that was one fight ago. And this was genuinely a robbery. The Torres Finney fight, genuine robbery. I'm not even the type of guy to call out robberies, bro, but it's like, this was a robbery. This was Torres Finney, Robert Valentin was like a Jailton Almeida, Volkov, but less activity. Do they have stats here? No, they don't have stats. Miles John versus Daniel Marcos. Miles John, he lost to Philippe Lima and John Matsumoto. This split decision. I think Daniel Marcos is going to win. Daniel Marcos is pretty good. He only lost to not Damon Blackshear, Montel Jackson. He lost to Montel Jackson's last fight. Yep. Beat Adrian Yanez, kind of cemented that as a fraud check. Tisha Pennington versus Denise Gomez. Interesting. Max Gemnis? Who the fuck is this guy? Oh, this is his debut. Makes sense. Against Josh Hokett. Who the fuck is this guy? I've never seen that. Myro Bueno Silva. Remember when Myro Bueno Silva was fighting for a belt? Crazy. Crazy. Now look at her. But prelims of a fight night. A random fight night. Randy Brown. Jamal Emmers, Hyder Emil. This is an interesting fight. Hyder Emil only lost to the French guy. What's his name again? No, he beat William Gomez. He got robbed. Lost to Jose Delgado. Jamal Emmers, interesting. Marco Tulio versus Christian Leroy Duncan is a good fight. Marco Tulio will become a top top 10 fighter at 185. He will become a top 10 fighter at 185 pounds. I guarantee you he will be a top 10 fighter. Now, Christian Leroy Duncan, he lost to Gregory Rodriguez, Armin Petrosian, but this is a hard fight because Christian Leroy Duncan is like a poor man's MVP. You know, he's like a poor man's MVP. Ricky Simone, Raoni Barcelos. So I'd go Ricky Simone, Ismael Bonfim versus Chris Padilla. Chris Padilla? Who's Ismael Bonfim beaten? Lost to Sadim. Lost to Benoit. That's an interesting fight. Probably going Ismael. Muslim Salikov versus Uros Medic. Who's this guy? Puello Soriano? I mean, come on. So he's moving up to welterweight. Or he recently moved up to welterweight. Probably going Muslim Salikov. Matt Schnell versus Joseph Morales as a co-main. Muslim Salikov's last walk-off KO was cold. Yeah, against Carlos Leal. That was a pretty rough one. I thought Carlos Leal was on steroids. And I think he hopped off steroids for the Muslim Salikov fight because this guy had a completely different game plan against Muslim Salikov. Like, this guy decided to randomly just pressure Muslim Salikov off rip for what reason? I don't understand. Let's do some picks. Let's do some picks, guys. Let's do some picks. Let's go. I'm only making a select few picks. Okay. Let's go Gabriel Bonfim. I don't know for this one. Let's go Muslim Salikov. Let's go Bonfim. Let's go Ricky Simone. Let's go Marco Tulio. Jamal Emmers. He lost to Nate Landwehr. I think a meal decision is the only way to go for this one. I'm going Christian Quinones. Hasn't been active at all. Let's go Yanez. I don't know. Let's go decision for Daniel Marcos. And let's go Valentin decision. Fire. There we go. Easily. Bang that out. Easy. Let's get a poll going too. What's a good poll question? Is UFC It's a good poll question, I feel. It's a very intriguing question. 322 so good makes up for the last 2 weeks of horse semen cards. Yeah, it's pretty horse semen. I love that. It is horse semen. Extremely horse semen. I'd argue 322 is better than this Saturday's card. I think that's a very I think that's a very good point. I would argue that as well, for sure. I think we'd be on the same side for that argument. For sure. I don't doubt you, mate, you know. I just don't doubt you, you know. Hey. Yes, you think the UFC is in ties with these betting scandals? I don't know. I think some guys are involved. Like, apparently Jason Herzog is in ties with these betting scandals, which rough. If you ask me, buddy, definitely rough, very rough. Checks out. Yeah, maybe. Maybe, mate. You know that, eh? When's the Qatar card? Is that after 322? UFC.com. Let's go events. So we got this. It's right after November 22nd. Oh my gosh. When are they going to reveal UFC 323? They need to reveal UFC 323. And get rid of Apex Fight Nights, bro. Can we please stop? Please, no more Apex Fight Nights, bro. Oh, they're killing me, these Apex Fight Nights, man. They're genuinely killing me. Let's just stop. Can we stop doing, like, this many fight nights? Streams are good background. Keep yapping. Thanks. They're good. Sometimes I'll listen to my own streams in the background, and then I'll hear myself say some retarded shit. I'm like, yeah, this guy's a dumbass, bro. They need to stop with these Apex Fight Nights. So I genuinely despise them. I'd be more satisfied with doing, like, it's almost like sometimes I feel like the Apex Fight Nights are like, I have to watch them. Like, I have to watch an Apex Fight Night. But it's like, I'd rather just not have one scheduled so I can do something else with my time instead of, like, just watching them. Because, like, sometimes it's like, I don't want to watch these ones. The last one, I don't want to watch. Like, I don't want to be focused on them. I don't mind being casually, like, tuned in. But it's hard to be, like, casually tuned in to a UFC fight and, like, know what's going on. Like, I'd rather listen to, like, Guru on a fight night while I'm doing something so I know what's going on. Because if I'm watching the card, like, these announcers, like, if it's Mice Bisping in the Apex, it's just like he's just rambling on about random things. It's like, I can't listen to this and know what's happening. Mike's talking about, oh, yeah, he's gotta pull the arm. No, he's not doing it right. He's gotta pull the arm. And it's like, bro, do colored commentary. Tell me what's going on. Like, don't tell him what to do. Be like, this is what he is doing. You know what I mean? But apparently not. Apparently not. In the pool. In the pool. What time is it? 3:15? We might be back. We might be back later tonight. I have no problem doing 2 streams tonight. Got a bunch of shit to do. And I'm kind of thirsty as hell. I need to drink water. I need to get stream ready. I need to film a video too, bruh. A whole damn time and a whole damn team. A whole damn team. Giga Chikidze versus Kevin Vallejos. Set to be fighting. I don't mind Kevin Vallejos. Ooh. Kayla Harrison hints Amanda Nunes fight could happen before the White House event? Ah, come on. It's supposed to be a big fight.
No, there's a fight on the horizon.
What the fight? When and where?
I can't say that. It's not booked yet.
It's not booked yet?
It's not. I mean, it's...
You can tell nobody. You tell me I'm not going to tell nobody. Look.
It's a fight that we all want to see happen, and it's going to happen sooner rather than later.
Is it around a very patriotic celebration?
Before that. My perfect world, I fight soon, and then I fight again at the White House.
Okay.
But for sure, I'm going to be on the White House card. I'm the only American champion.
What?
Okay, and then let's say you fight this person that everybody wants you to fight, including myself. Somebody else after that?
No, for sure. I'm not done. I'm gonna whoop her ass real quick, and then in my perfect world, like, either Valentina beats Whaley, and then we do like a...
Think Valentino come up with 35?
I mean, I hope so. Why not? We do like a USA versus Russia, like, or everybody been talking about how Ronda's coming back. So
no way. We do not want to see you versus Ronda Rousey. We cannot. That'd be a televised murder. We thought Kayla Harrison versus Juliana Penda was a murder. That would genuinely be a murder. I don't think Dana White would allow Ronda to come back. He'd be like, "Baby, no. Here's the thing, babe. Here's the fucking thing, babe. That is not a badass fight." Baby, Ronda, baby, let me whisper sweet nothing to your ear. You do not want that fight. That is not a badass fight. 600 likes. The people ain't want to see it. I mean, all of women's MMA is just dead. It's just completely dead. It is so dead. I mean, nobody cares about anything about women's MMA. It was once decent. It was once decent. When you had Rose Namajunas, when you had Valentina, Wei Li, that was when Valentina was entertaining. Does anybody remember Valentina versus Alexa Grasso? That was genuinely like the worst fight I've ever seen in my entire life. Literally waste of time. If I could burn a moment from my head, it would be probably that time. Literally one of the worst fights I've ever seen. It was fucking ass. But I could die fucking grass, mate, you know? Hey, I die grass, you know, eh? Alright. It's been 1 hour. It has been 1 hour. I'm going to go. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for being here. It's been your boy Dag MMA. I'm signing out. I'll be here later tonight. Thank you guys for being here. Peace.